First question is, could you tell us a bit about you, your organisation, and your role?
Yeah. So my name's Avoen Perryman. I'm the head of operations at England Boxing. My role covers four departments in support of the CEO. So I cover the membership department, workforce department, community, and our competitions and events. Um, and yeah, that's my role in a nutshell. I'm second in charge of the organisation of England Boxing, which is the national governing body for the sport of amateur boxing.
Lovely. And could you explain the challenges you were facing and why you felt leadership coaching from LeaderLine would be beneficial?
Yeah, of course. Um, Challenges I was facing before having the coaching with LeaderLine. Um, at that point, I'd had a prolonged gap in my management experience about 2 years ago and found myself in a managerial role again and really wanted to have a refresher, but also to learn lots of new things around management that I probably hadn't learned previously from my experience. So to get that confidence and to get that reassurance and to learn new skills around management when I found myself in that new role were the main motivations, and the challenges I was facing were varied. I mean, everything from your normal day-to-day staff management of projects and trying to inspire and lead and keep people focused on equal goals, to dealing with HR issues that were more complex and needing a little bit of a sounding board for those. And then I also found myself early on in the coaching elevated into a more senior role that I'm in now than I was even back 2 years ago. So really having more of a focus on leadership across the whole organization was something that I wanted to develop and improve on through the coaching with LeaderLine.
Lovely, thank you. And during and post the coaching sessions, what were the various ways in which you benefited in both your personal and professional life?
During the sessions, we would talk about all manner of different subjects that I wanted to address and learn more about and explore with the coach. And we would talk about various management strategies that can be taken, it's pieces of advice, skills to go away and try out with various different staff members or situations and projects. And after those meetings, I'd take away update notes from my coach that with actions specified within them and a summary of what we discussed and the skills for me to go away and try out. And I would refer back to them in the months afterwards and practice and try out those various different pieces of advice and actions thereafter. And in my personal life as well, in professional life, the way in which that impacted was that it gave me a massive boost in confidence. It gave me reassurance that what we were doing as an organization and what I was doing in my role towards that was the right thing in the grand scheme of things, and that it was a really good sounding board to be able to present a problem or an idea and talk it through with someone that's experienced in something similar, and to be able to really wrestle with issues in a way that I wasn't always able to do with colleagues, and to have that open conversation and dialogue. And then in my personal life, similar sort of impact. So in terms of confidence, that had increased greatly through the coaching because just exploring, I'll give you an example, just exploring one particular coaching session where my coach had basically outlined to me that if you're confident in your personal life and you do the things that build you up in your personal life, that will obviously echo and translate into your management experience, which sounds obvious, but it's easy to forget. And reflecting on what it is in my personal life that gave me that confidence, the activities that I do. So taking part in boxing, going out on my bike, being with family and friends, the various different activities. But primarily for me, it was actually training in boxing and hitting the punch bag and having that training, and playing guitar. Doing those things in my downtime made me a better manager because it gave me more confidence because I knew that I was doing something that I was good at. And it gave me confidence that when I was presented with a challenge in work, that I had the skills to be able to tackle that. And I had the reassurance that I could tackle that. It massively positively impacted on both just by having a coaching that was specifically for professional life did have a positive impact on personal life as well.
That's really good to hear. So, how would you sum up your experience of LeaderLine coaching, and what would you say to other leaders considering having coaching to help them with their challenges?
It's a really useful, it's a highlight in my diary. It was a highlight in my diary for 2 years where I would have that regular touch base with a coach. And it was a regular top up of confidence. It was a regular top up of advice and a regular sounding board to talk through various challenges, issues, or positive things that were going on in work. And it, I'd hugely encourage anybody to take on coaching it as part of their development as a leader. I think it's very useful and never a bad thing to take on continuous professional development through reading or taking part in courses or whatever it may be. But coaching gave me that one-on-one opportunity to develop, and I think that was extremely valuable. So I'd really encourage anybody to be able to take on an opportunity of having a coach to develop their leadership and management.
Thank you so much for your feedback. It's been lovely to hear how positive it was for you. That closes up today's case study interview. So, thank you.
No problem at all. Thank you.